And here we go, Undisputed Generations. It's best on best. It's brand versus brand, and we'll kick things off with the tag team division, with the tag team champions of each division clashing against one another. And as I said, it's a best on best. It's brand versus brand. So with this, it comes with a little bit of a stipulation to make the stakes a bit more interesting. And that is the winning brand. It's a best out of 5. So there's 5 best on best matches. So the winning brand will get the last 5 picks of the men's and women's Royal Rumbles, and also will get the first overall pick in the NTT Draft right after Wrestlemaina. It's the losing brand. We get the first 5 picks in the men's and women's Royal Rumbles, and doesn't really get anything in the draft, so except whoever the second best option is in the draft, whoever that may be. As you kick things off with a rivalry that's been going back and forth since about October, November of last year, and that is the Judgment Day versus the CWO. Defendants is representing, well, it's still fairly early in the morning when I'm recording this, so don't mind the slip up. CWO, Gamer, and AJ Danger, which are the Defendence Tag Team Champions, which are representing defendants, as it says in the name, have defeated Judgment Day at New Year's Bash last year in December to win the Defendence Tag Team Champions, but they defeated Balor and Dominic Mysterio, more like destroyed them, because AJ Danger went on a mission to seek revenge, and because it was his first title match since coming back at Inferno War, and he wanted to remind everyone that he is the Eye of Evil. And now, a few months later, about 6 months has passed, 7 months has passed. Judgment Day got traded, well, Finn Balor and Damien got traded to NRT, and they won the NRT Tag Team Champions, with their accompanied by Rhea Ripley, which is from Defendance, so things could get interesting here. And Yannis, which is not on the card tonight, surprisingly, but also she's not having a really great 2024, let's just say that much. She's not having a great 2024. And so she was like, well, I made history with the first Undisputed Generations, so therefore I'm going to place myself on this card somehow to remain, to be another part of history. This is the first time Undisputed Generations is being as a full-fledged premium event. As last time, it was just a round robin tournament to crown the first ever Undisputed Women's Champion, which Yannis won, and the first ever Women's World Champion, which Dakota Kai won, which she's also non-card. None of the 4 women who are on that first round robin card are on the card tonight, except for Yannis, because she's not really competing, she's just a manager. And maybe she'll play a part in this match, maybe not. She has a history with Rhea Ripley. The whole CWO has a history with Judgment Day, but Gamer taking advantage of Finn Balor quickly in this matchup and picking up right where they left off at New Year's Bash. It's back at Honest Match Show, where Dennis had her first premium event, title defense with the Undisputed Women's Champion. She had it against Rhea Ripley. Ripley trying to play dirty already, and that's throwing a kendo stick into the ring. Finn Balor's taking no part in that and tags in Damien Priest, and Damien tags in Danger. And here we go, as the 2 giants, 2 Goliaths of each of the prospective teams. Danger, former NRT World Champion, multi-time Tag Champion. Damien Priest, former Defendance World Champion and multi-time Tag Team Champion. Both of them have a very similar career paths, except one key difference, and that is Damien Priest did not new stars or flourish new talent as Danger did in 2022, which he brought in. He brought in Youngblood and just almost recruited in a way Alex Young, which we will see Alex Young tonight in the main event, same as Youngblood. As Youngblood takes on Eli Punk. It's just a battle of women's world champions. As Eli Punk is the women's world champion, and Youngblood is the Undisputed Women's Champion, and Alex Young is the Undisputed Champions. Not much has changed since September, as he goes against Explosive Matt Connors, as he is the NTT World Champion. So that's the main event tonight. So Gamer looking on as a proud father for Alex Young, but also a proud brother for Matt Connors. So Danger is going to be playing a conflicting part in the main event tonight, as he kicks out of that pinfall very quickly by Finn Balor. Balor looking to fly, but Danger has him. Well, I mean, he should have him scouted, considering this rivalry goes all the way back to October from Arm Smasher. Finn Balor trying to at least get a win over the CWO, and a major win it would be if he can tip off the CWO inside a best on best matchup to see who is the best tag team in NTT. Finn Balor trying to aim for the legs of AJ Danger, and aiming for the legs is actually a very good strategy for Finn Balor, because AJ Danger's finisher is the step-up two-man punch, and if we take out his legs, the impact of the punch won't be as impactful or as much. As he kicks out a one there, Danger stays in it for the CWO. Ripley getting anxious on the outside, trying to find a way to help the Judgment Day pick up a win, and a neck breaker there by Damien Priest, as he's back to being legal. Cover now by Priest. One. And Danger kicks out a one. It's take a lot more than that to take out AJ Danger. Guy who went to war with Alex Young at Wrestlemaina 2022. And went 13 rounds with him. And we did a very, very good match on Friday against him. Well, it was Alex Young and AJ Danger for the first time since that Iron Man match. And these two picked up right where they left off. And Balor gets tagged in. Game was trying to beg him for the tag here to get Danger out of here. And he gets the tag. Game was legal. And he gets shotgun drop kicked right off his feet and can't get anything going. Yeah, he had the momentum in his corner, but now it was gone. But now he's trying to pick it right back up, throwing some fists and furies. Finn Balor quickly into a cross arm breaker, trying to get locked in, but Gamer slams his way out of it, and it's wicked left hand punch knocks Finn Balor right off his feet. Balor going to go springboard. Finn Balor and Gamer, these two really started the rivalry on the men's side of things. Is on the women's side. I mean, it's only Yanez and Free Ripley. Yanez trying to distract Finn Balor, as she did successfully. But Gamer was going for the crucifix roll-up, but the ref was too slow and didn't get the one count, and the Maple Escorting connects. Cover. Damien Priest jumps, more like leaps into action and breaks out the pinfall. And lock in the head with the headlock. Yeah, that's how you. Showing off the strength of Gamer against the former scale champion. Gamer still on the hunt for his first singles champion, one that counts. As he's yet to win a world champion, he's yet to win a media champion. Countdown champ. He's yet to win a single champion in general. As throughout his entire career, he's only ever won tag team champions. So this type of match is right up his alleyway. And a sad fact to think here, Gamer created the CWO. He's the last one to gain a singles champion. Niles and Marcanos clearly are the breakout stars of that faction. AJ Danger doing fairly well. Gamer's, well, he's the creator, but not really doing well. And a pandemic crasher connects onto Finn Balor, going to pick up the win for the seat for Defendants. No, Finn Balor kicks out at 1. If you're the Defendants general manager and you trade away Finn Balor and Damien Priest to NRT, and then a few months later they're back to face you to try to take a point off of your team, you must feel kind of stupid. But AJ Danger trying to go right back where he left off on New Year's Bash. Ripley distracting Yanis. Ripley distracting AJ Danger. Yanis swoops in behind the ref, takes Damien Priest off of the apron, and now there's a hook and runner off of Ripley. And Ripley attacking AJ Danger and shoves him back in the ring. And Josh Robertson, the referee, has had enough, and he ejects Rhea Ripley from the matchup. Stop Superman punch by AJ Danger. 1, 2, no. Finn Balor kicks out. Finn Balor stays in this thing for NRT. Yanis, she's like, that was the perfect ending too. And hey, DDT. Seek and Destroy connects onto Finn Balor. Cover. 1, 2. Finn Balor kicks out at 2. He stays in this thing, but Finn Balor crawling over, taking advantage, trying to gain 1. Gamer kicks out a 1. Danger and Gamer are trying to go back to New Year's Bash, where they basically killed Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio as they tossed him around the arena and through the announce tables and everything. But Finn Balor did a code breaker on Gamer, trying to get up, and Gamer finds his way to the feet almost the exact same time as Finn Balor. And another wicked left-hand punch to Finn Balor. Going for, has him up again, and another Maple starting connects into Finn Balor. Cover. 1, 2, no! Finn Balor kicks out at 2. We're still in this thing for NRT. Brings him over to the corner. Takes in AJ Danger. They're going for a tag team maneuver. Double team onto the left arm of Finn Balor. As Danger connected with double axe handle off the middle rope. And now shoving those knees into the rib cage of Balor. Finn Balor retaliates with a knee of his own for thrust to the neck and chin area. Finn Balor, Danger gets right back in it, throwing some elbows. Damien Priest begging for the tag. Super kick, a giant super kick, knocks out the referee. Then the fireball connects. Damien Priest got blinded by a fireball. And now goes to the outside to get some water to get the burning out of his eyes. Danger has something planned against Damien Priest, and don't know what's going to be. Using the announce table as a weapon, just keep shoving him into it. And going after the leg. These two have been out here long after 10 seconds. And Finn Balor gets swooped off the inside area. Side of the ring. Danger carrying Priest. Priest comes right back down to his feet and avoids some damage as he gets shoved back into the ring. Finn Balor up against the announce table. Danger has Balor. Balor's getting flashbacks. Double accent off the table. Finn Balor's knocked out cold. Gamo got swooped off his feet and into the ring by Damien Priest. And a wicked spinning heel kick, or more like spinning kick, because there's really no heel in it, but to Damien Priest connects. Danger with a Trojan fist to the face of Priest. AJ Danger not allowing Balor to get onto the apron and misses the Superman punch, pops him up in a sucker punch there. As Balor on the outside, he heads outside. As Balor on the outside, using the announce table as a weapon once again, and another pandemic crasher to Finn Balor. Ref starts his count again. Up onto Balor slaying onto the announce table. Refs at a 1 count. Gamo and Priest on the other side of the ring. This has turned into all-out carnage the same way it was at New Year's Bash. As these two clash for the Defendence Tag Team Champions at that time. A lot has changed in 7 months, but a lot has stayed the same. Jan Ace trying to block Damien Priest from getting into AJ Danger. It's one thing we've learned about Jan Ace especially since last year, is that she's not afraid to pick a fight with anyone, male or female. And boom! And Finn Balor's body bounces off the announce table. And it's the Superman punch to Damien Priest. Takes it, Gamo. Trying to call him up. Runs into him. Gonna get enough momentum. And the Seek and Destroy connects. Going for the cover. Finn Balor right there to break it up. Dragging his injured body across the ring. Gets charged up. Gamo is ready for a fight. He's all ready to go. Finn Balor not allowing to get off the apron again and going for another Seek and Destroy, but that one didn't connect. Go for a super kick there by Priest, but he runs into the referee. This match is picked up. Gamo, another punch, going for another one. But Priest going for springboard off the corner. Now he gets shoved into the corner. Tags in Danger. Danger's back to being legal in a wicked kick to the stretched out Adam area here. And face plants AJ Danger. And Gamo breaks up the pin quickly. Another Seek and Destroy. Even though Game was not legal. But he takes out Damien Priest. And takes Balor off the apron. And just throwing kicks down onto the chest of Balor. And Danger quickly goes into the Boston Crab and makes Damien Priest taps out. And therefore, the CWO picks up a win for Defendance. And the first fall of the best out of 5 goes to Defendance. So they pick up the early lead to get their first overall pick in the NTT Draft. And let's be honest, the best picks to get inside the Royal Rumble as well, the final 5. Next, we have the battle of the clash of men's mid-card champions between the media champion, Wade Barrett, which represents Defendance, and the Countdown champion, Logan Paul, which obviously represents NRT. So these two have yet to meet one-on-one, clearly, because they're on different brands. Barrett hasn't really done a whole lot of defending the media champion. Logan Paul, on the other hand, has done a whole lot of defending of his champion. Because the key difference between these two is that Logan Paul's countdown champion is, when the championship's on the line, is clearly under countdown rules, except for the first inaugural match, for obvious reasons. It's the countdown rules matches. It's a 10-minute time limit. There's no disqualifications, no count out. Anything goes within the ringside area. Just you have 10 minutes to knock out your opponent. Can't estimate your opponent. And Logan Paul won the champion back at Rosebud and Death Wishes, if I remember correctly. Wade Barrett, on the other hand, has won his champion at New Year's Bash and only defended the champion, I think, twice. He defended that, I would say last month, but we're still in June. So earlier this month, on June 8th, at Retaliation, as he defeated Drew McIntyre, which was a big win by Wade Barrett to hold on to that media champion. And Logan Paul, which honestly should be the media champion because it just makes more sense, honestly. He's definitely the underdog here for multiple reasons. One, he is out of his weight class. Wade Barrett is a brawler. Logan Paul is a all-around. He's not only a specialty in one specific thing, he's an all-around. I know what they call in tennis. They call an all-around tennis player, but I don't know what they call in wrestling. I think he's a hybrid. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Wade Barrett coming right out of the gate, turning over the big boot, but Paul, with his fresh new gear, trying to gain some momentum. And as I'm saying, Logan Paul is still it's underdog for clash of weight classes, and also height difference, and also the clearly obvious one here. Defendence is up a point and NRT is down a point. So if NRT wants any fight inside this, they need Logan Paul to win this thing. And if Logan Paul could lose right now because he's being covered by kicks out before one. If Logan Paul does lose, keyword here is does. We don't know if he will or will not because this match is just getting started and it's very back and forth already. There's still the women's Midcard champion match. As that match, it's between Niles, the newly crowned Women's United Champion, and the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Iyo Sky, which Iyo Sky has been dominant since winning the champion at Rosebud and Death Wishes, and hasn't lost a match since. The only downside of that is Niles is on a 5-match winning streak, at least 5-match winning streak, and she just won her champion, so she could be carrying some momentum off of Retaliation into Undisputed Generations. This Iyo Sky hasn't had a championship match in a while, so that's a bit of a problem, but we're only like 5 minutes into this match and Logan Paul is already bleeding. Wade Barrett is destroying Logan Paul, as we expected. Honestly, as we expected. But if you're a leader, which is the general manager of NRT, this isn't looking great for you. This isn't looking great. Because, what a quick reversal and showing off the strength of Logan Paul as he caught a flying Wade Barrett. Staying now on the outside. This is the first time Logan Paul is competing in a match on a pay-per-view or premium event without... first time he's competing on a premium event with the Countdown Champion without being under Countdown rules. There. This is just a regular day in the office for Wade Barrett. So there's a question that remains here is, can Logan Paul pick up a win, when it matters, against the opposing brand and 2, pick up a win when it's not under restrictions. I mean, there's still restrictions, there's disqualifications on, and he's under even those countouts, but under a regular single match rules, which he's done several times in NRT, but I don't think he's done it on a premium event yet. These two going back and forth. No one's really being able to get some momentum, or basically get their own side going for too long here. Logan uses his quickness to dodge Wade Barrett and out of the Hurricane. Takes out Barrett. A kick to the lower back. Logan Paul thinking of flying here. But Wade Barrett says otherwise, and he gets an elbow. Wade Barrett gets an elbow to his neck. So that's definitely going to release some damage. He's trying to untie the top corner, and Logan Paul goes flying with the splash to the outside, but Barrett dodges it and shoves, more like shoves than toss. Logan Paul into the ring post. Now Barrett showing off, and the ref says 3 count. Barrett going to use the apron as a weapon here and attacks the spine of Logan Paul as it connected with the hardest part of the ring. Logan Paul looking to go up and gets planted on the outside. Logan Paul tasting a whole lot of concrete here tonight, as these two have been going back and forth from inside the ring and outside the ring. But Paul is trying to get Barrett back in the ring because he knows that in order to win this matchup, you need to win by pinfall submission inside the ring. And there's the knockout blow by Logan Paul. Paul going springboard, frog splash, connects onto Wade Barrett to pick up a win for NRT. 1, 2, no, Barrett kicks out at 2. And a quick somersault neckbreaker connects to Wade Barrett. Logan Paul not slowing down. He realized Wade Barrett's on the ropes here, and trying to go for another knockout blow, but dodges it and goes for the thigh area. So more like the calf of Wade Barrett, knocks him off his feet. But Barrett trying to go for the clothesline again. Another knockout blow by Logan Paul. Cover. 1, 2, and Paul does not get the win as Wade Barrett kicks out at 2 again. Going for a splash there into Wade Barrett. Barrett dodges it. These two exchanging reversals one after another, but Wade Barrett finally connects with a big boot and takes Logan Paul off his feet, ducks under, and releases him in a wicked sidewalk slam. 2, Logan Paul, 2, 3, and Logan Paul was unable to pick up the win for Defendence. Pick up the win for NRT as Wade Barrett picks up the win for Defendence. The score goes to 2-0 for Defendence. Wade Barrett showing that he owns the mid-card division. He is the best mid-card champion going in the men's division. Now this is the match I have been secretly waiting for, and what I like to see is what could possibly be the surprise shocker or not the shocker, but like the surprise match of the sleeper. That's what I was looking for. The sleeper match of the night. That's Niles versus Iyo Sky. These two, clash of styles again. Niles just won the Women's United States Champion at Retaliation on June 8th, which you can go back and watch that. As she defeated Alexa Bliss, as Iyo Sky won her championship the same night as Alexa Bliss, and she's still champion. So there's two different sides you can look at this thing. Niles is on at least a 5-match winning streak and defeats and becomes the 5th Women's International Champion, joining the likes of Zoe Stark, Yanez, and Lyra Facaria, which are all very, very top stars on NTT, especially Yanez and Zoe Stark, as she goes against Iyo Sky, which is awesome. She becomes Iyo Sky is the 6th Women's Intercontinental Champion, but she is in the likes of Youngblood and Gigi Dolan, which is in Tegan Knox as well. I should throw her in there, because Tegan Knox is in competition tonight as she defends the NTT Women's Tag Team Champions later on in the evening. But as we're saying, Youngblood and Gigi Dolan are very top stars. Gigi Dolan's yet to get the job done, but Youngblood's is the longest reigning Women's Intercontinental Champion, and Iyo Sky is very close to beating her. So it's a good thing that the title's on the line, as it's just a battle to see which one owns the women's Midcard division, and also can get a point for the brand. Iyo Sky has been unstoppable since winning the championship at Rosebuds and Death Wishes. Niles, this is her first time carrying that Women's United States Champion. So this is a much bigger stage for Niles. It's probably the biggest stage she's ever been on. And as Iyo Sky, this is a pretty regular day in the office. I mean, it's a big deal, but also this isn't an ideal situation for Iyo Sky either, as her brand's down 2 points to 0, and she needs, and pressure's really on her, because if we're being honest, Eli Punk is probably not going to pick up a win. More likely not going to pick up a win. So the odds are literally stacked against Eli Punk, and also the same way as it is for Niles here tonight. Or it's not as stacked as Niles. Niles has a little bit of breathing room, so if she loses tonight, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not the hoopla of losses for Niles, because it's still up to nothing. They can afford a loss, especially if it's to Iyo Sky, and this is probably the toughest challenger Niles has faced in, well, basically since she debuted last year. As Iyo Sky is one of the top stars on NRT. And a T-bone suplex for Niles. Niles going deep into her house now here. Just trying to figure out a way to weaken Iyo Sky, knowing that she's probably out of her league here. Iyo Sky rubbing some new gear as well for NRT. Niles keeping it the same way as that she won in Retaliation. Trying to keep that good luck going. Up in that navy blue. Throwing in elbows. Got Iyo Sky trying to come back for NRT. Wicked body slam. Takes out Niles. And a kick to the lower back. Iyo Sky. These two going back and forth. And a suplex. No. Hooks her up. No. Small package. He's trying to steal the victory for NRT. But Niles kicks out a 1. And a kick to the face by Niles. To the ropes. Ducks under. Trying to go for the leapfrog, but Niles dodges it. And these two back at a stalemate. But Iyo Sky with the hook and Rana takes Niles right off her feet. Iyo Sky trying to be cocky, but not too cocky. Trying to be confident, but not too confident. Because if you're too confident, too cocky, you get thrown off your game, and you lose big-time matches. This is a big-time match for Iyo Sky. Niles just trying to get some momentum going on her side. She's trying to feed the spider inside her that she calls stuff the White Widow, and she misses the suicide dive. And a drop kick to the shoulders. These two on the outside. This is the White Widow versus the Genius of the Sky. This is the battle of the Women's Midcard Division Champions. Niles, the Women's NRT Champion. Iyo Sky, the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Reversal by Niles. These two going back and forth. Niles getting basically her ass kicked a little bit, but Iyo Sky trying to not really too much into it, and a downward spiral connects by Niles. This could be the beginning of the end for Iyo Sky, perhaps. Cover, 1, 2, almost a 3! Almost a 3 for Niles. Iyo Sky stays in it. She's calling her up. What's she looking for? She going for the Widow's Bite. She has it down. Can she connect with the submission? And she does! Widow's Bite's connected. Is Iyo Sky gonna tap out? But no! Iyo Sky breaks the hold quickly. Breaks it fast enough that so Niles that doesn't have it connected and tosses her to the outside. But Niles stays inside the ring. She took Iyo Sky off her feet. Kicks her in the back. Niles trying to get the momentum back going on her side. But Iyo Sky playing this back into a stalemate. Niles heading to the top rope someplace where Niles doesn't go very often. As Iyo Sky knows that place well as she gets swooped off her feet by jumping Hook and Rana. 1, 2, and Iyo Sky kicks out at 2. Sky with a big boot takes Niles off her feet. These two going back and forth now. Good old hockey street fight. Lefts and rights for each of these two. Not allowing the other one getting upper hand for too long. Niles with a wicked slap to the chest. And a drop kick takes Iyo Sky off her feet. And Sky, cleverly enough, rolls to the outside. To try to figure out where she is after that hockey street fight. Niles brings Sky back to the ring. Or more like baits her back in the ring. He connects with a downward spiral. And going for the slate breaker as it connects. Thinking Widow's Bite. And she does. Can she connect the submission part of it? She has it again. And Sky gonna tap out to Niles. Sky taps out to Niles. What an upset. Defendants picks up an upset tonight as they now go 3-0 as Niles defeats Iyo Sky. What a major upset. Who would have saw this one coming, honestly? Yes, Niles on a 5-ish match win streak, but Iyo Sky's been dominant since winning the champion at Roy's Button Death Wishes, but now that's got swooped to a halt. As Niles picks up the win, it goes 3-0. As Defendants now goes 3-0 against NRT, but we now take a break from the best-on-best competitions as the next two matches of the best-on-best of the Clash of Women's World Champions and Clash of Men's World Champions, so like the two main events, is now we head into a match that's not part of the best-on-best brand versus brand. It is technically brand versus brand, but it's not counted towards the score, as it's for the NTT Women's Tag Team Champions. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, take on the NTT Women's Tag Team Champions, Tegan Nox and Stevie Turner. This show has been filled with upset matches, or matches that completely swoop to one side. We saw one upset tonight so far. Can we see another? Kairi Sane and Asuka are clearly a match made in heaven, because these two are the perfect tag team. They have taken chemistry out of the roof. And they've been demanding another tag team match, or another tag team championship match, since they lost the last chance. Asuka lost her last match for the NTT Tag Team Champions back at Tribute to the Fallen. Kairi Sane had to have a chance at them. As this is her first chance for the titles, is when Asuka had a chance at Tribute to the Fallen, she was teamed up with Iyo Sky, which the Tag Team Champions at that point was Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, which a lot has changed since then. As Alba Fire and Isla Dawn has been knocked off the pedestal of Steve Turner and Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox, a former women's Intercontinental champion for like 2 weeks, but she's a former champion, a former NRT women's champion. She had the women's champion for quite some time, and now she's the World Tag Team Champion. She's one of the select few on NTT in general. Well, she's basically done everything on NRT. Well, if she gets traded, and not either traded or drafted when the draft comes in September, to Defendants, that would definitely be a different playing field to Tegan Knox, because she's yet to win the Undisputed Women's Champion. She's yet to win the Women's United Champion. Well, if she wins the Women's United Champion and the Undisputed Women's Champion, she then can basically call herself a Grand Slam Champion, or Grand Prix Champion, as I call them here. So far, there's yet to be a woman to have it, as there's only been one male to have it, and that's Mike Arnos. So a lot is on stakes here, both right now and also for Tegan Knox in the future, because she still has a long way to go. She's still very early in her career. Stevie Turner has only ever won the Tag Team Champions. She's been through so many tag partners, but she finally got caught magic. There we go, with Tegan Knox. But she's about to head into a match that's very different than the other two. It's the match at Retaliation. It was Piper Niven and Miriam teaming up together, which aren't really a tag team. They're a match together tag team, because Piper Niven cost Tegan Knox her match against Miriam. So we kind of like, well, we need a tag title match at Retaliation, so we're putting you two together. And then they fought Kaylee Ray and Ice Lauren, which are legitimate tag team. So this is the first time they're defending the tag team titles against a legitimate tag team, which isn't gonna be great for Tegan Knox and Stevie Turner. Which, I mean, considering the tag champions can be a legitimate tag team if you want them to be. At the same time, these two are kind of mashed together compared to Asuka and Kairi Sane, which are a legitimate team. But we're just moments away from officially getting underway here, as the NTT Tag Team Champions are on the line, and the ref signals for the bell. This is not, reminder, this is not counting towards the scoreboard. Yes, it is technically a brand match, as Kairi Sane and Asuka represent Defendants, and Tegan Knox and Stevie Turner on NRT. But also one of the magical parts of the Tag Team Champions, Women's Tag Team Champions, is that you can jump from brand to brand, since those things are not really assigned to one brand, because the Women's Tag Team division is so thin. So basically, you can, if whoever wins the Tag Team titles tonight, if they want to jump over to and defend the titles on 0 Hour on Wednesday, they can go straight ahead. If they want to defend the titles on the opposing brand, whether that's on NRT, if Kairi Sane and Asuka win, or they can go ahead, or if Tegan Knox, Steve Turner will retain the titles, if they want to defend it tomorrow night, or on Monday, on Defendants, they can go straight ahead. Because it's not assigned to a specific brand. So if they want a rematch, whoever loses, they can get a rematch this week if they wanted to. It's not really ideal, in my opinion, considering you just lost titles and just lost or just won the titles. Just lost to the other team. Whoever wins or loses tonight. It's what I mean. You're the one controlling your rematch, so go ahead. Now Kairi Sane and us, Kairi Sane and Steve Eternal, legal. Kairi Sane known as the wild card of sorts between the two of them. Steve Eternal. It's definitely the what's the word I'm looking for? Not the underdog. Let's just say the only tag team because of Team Fox. Let's just say that. Yeah, Steve Eternal is very good. Steve Eternal is I mean, she's in NTT, so therefore she's technically a professional. But compared to the level of star power that Tegan Knox has got over her career, because she's won a women's champion, women's world champion, the Intercontinental champion for like 3 weeks, and now she has tag champions. She's been done on NRT, so Steve Eternal's just getting started. Yes, the two different type of career paths, but they're very different. Which is Tegan Knox has been around a lot longer as well, as Steve Eternal's basically just started last year. So not exactly I mean starting and already went through 3 tag partners. Not good start. And eventually catching magic with your 3rd one, but I mean it is what it is, you know. And she's not looking great here against Kairi Sane. But let's just say it is agree to disagree here. Asuka's now in, and Kairi and Steve Eternal is officially outmatched here. Asuka hasn't really won a whole lot of titles in NTT, but she is an international star and has won plenty of gold internationally, especially in the WWE. So there's no short of championship presence there with Asuka. And Asuka's looking to gain some gold here, but she's caught under a pin. Kairi Sane breaks it up at 1 after Steve Eternal did a side effect on Asuka, trying to create some more magic here against Asuka, but Asuka catches right back into the spin. Hooks her up in a hammerlock. Seno spinebuster connects to Steve Eternal. Eternal pleads for the tag as she gets against Tegan Knox. Knox is back to being legal. This is the more evenly matched pairing here between Knox and Asuka. Knox is still outmatched, but she's not as outmatched as Steve Eternal was. Knox and Asuka back on the outside. Asuka gets headbutted by Tegan Knox, both international stars. Asuka from Japan, Tegan Knox from the Welsh Valley. Welsh. And going for a 450. Looking around her, but she missed onto Asuka. And Asuka trying to drag Tegan Knox into a corner and trying to go for the tag against Kairi Sane. But it wasn't enough. As Tegan Knox comes right back, trying to take Turner off the apron. But Kairi Sane off the apron, but after several attempts, she finally does. Tegan Knox throwing rights and elbows into the face of Asuka, going for a choke slam, but Asuka comes right back, throwing some elbows into the chest area and stomach area of Asuka. Tegan Knox trying to channel that's the same presence that was there when she won the NRT Women's Champion last year at Retaliation. I know Retaliation was earlier in the month. We can now look back and see that Tegan Knox has had a lot of a lot of good luck around retaliation. She's retaining her Women's Tag Champions. That then she won her first World Championship. Then the shiniest wizard under Asuka to retain the NTT Tag Team Champions. 1, 2, and no! Asuka kicks out at 2. She's retained the titles of retaliation. She's won her first world title retaliation. Now can she create some new luck and Undisputed Generations best on best? Got Asuka down on the outside cut. Stevie Turner completely missed, like by a country mile, that foot stomp into Asuka. This match is officially broke out. I was saying is knocked out on the other side of the apron, and Stevie Turner's had an overthrow as it was the double team into Asuka. Now a sunset foot powerbomb onto Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane knows to go on the outside. This match is hopefully about to get some order restored in what 7 count. Kairi Sane and Stevie Turner going out on the outside. It's Tegan Nox and Asuka, the two legal competitors, going out on the inside of the ring, or they're supposed to. Now go for another shiniest wizard, and it connects against Asuka. Cover. 1, 2. No, Asuka kicks out at 2. Asuka stays in this for the Kabuki Warriors. Slapping that arm against the canvas. Tegan Nox trying to do everything she can to hold on to the Women's Tag Team Championships. But Asuka's trying to do everything she can to win the Tag Team Champions away from Tegan Nox and Stevie Turner. Brings it back into the corner and officially gets the tag. And Kairi Sane. Sane's now legal. Trying to go for the reach tag, but Asuka pulls her back and slams into the knees of Kairi Sane. And a spear by Kairi Sane. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and Tegan Nox kicks out at 2. Tegan Nox stays in this then. Kairi Sane goes for the tag again for Asuka. As Tegan Nox takes in Stevie Turner. We're back to this very mismatched pairing. Tegan Nox thought she had some momentum going, but Asuka right there to hold it. But she gets it right back. Going to the back, and now from kicks and punches to the chest of Asuka, trying to weaken down the Empress of Tomorrow with some strikes, which isn't a very great idea because Asuka is a master of strikes. She is from Japan after all, and in Japan they play the strong style way, which are very stiff punch and kicks. But Stevie Turner misses another drop kicks. You can tell she's very new here. And she might be cracking under the pressure of the big stage, the bright lights of New York City. As Asuka drags her away from the ropes, thinking Asuka lock perhaps, and she connects with a drop kick this time. Both Asuka and Stevie Turner down and getting exhausted from this matchup. Kairi Sane is legal. Trying to go after a weakened Stevie Turner. Stevie Turner go for another side effect. And she connects into Kairi Sane. Cover. 1. Asuka breaks up the 1 count. And Stevie Turner gets distracted and trying to knock off Asuka off the apron. She does just that. Tegan Nox enters the ring behind the ref's back and goes trying to attack Kairi Sane, and a choke slam connects and takes her out. Sunset for a powerbomb. Cover. 1, 2. No, Kairi Sane stays in for the Kabuki Warriors. She rolls to the outside. Tegan Nox trying to bring Kairi Sane back into the ring so they can win the Tag Team Champions, win back the defend the Tag Team Champions. There we go. But Kairi Sane as Tegan Knox out. And right there. By Kairi Sane takes out Tegan Knox outside, and Stevie Turner connected with a splash on the other side of the ring to Asuka. To both the non-legal competitors are out cold on the outside. Stevie Turner tried to go for the dominant stretch onto Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane breaks out of it very quickly. The experience of Kairi Sane plays a factor here to the inexperience of Stevie Turner. Trying to go for the cover after attack of the neck of Stevie Turner. And we have NTT Women's Tag Team Champions. And they are the Kabuki Warriors. It's a good thing this match did not go towards the brand versus brand scoreboard. It's now time for our two main events of the evening. We'll kick things off first with the clash of women's world champions, or women's champions. The defendants is up 3-0. It's not looking great for NRT. Defendants basically already won the best on best brand versus brand part of this. But there's still a chance that NRT can come back and make it 3-2 and make it somewhat competitive. So as of right now, Defendants has the first overall pick because they are up. Basically, they won 3-0. So they're the first overall pick in the draft in September after Wrestlemania, and they have the last 5 picks in the men's and women's Royal Rumbles. But this is just basically for these last 2 matches, or for NRT. Can they come back and make it competitive and put up a fight? This first match is not looking like it could be a good fight, as Eli Punk is channeling a different side of her. The Outcast is embracing it, embracing the dark side of herself, and she knows she's up against the devil in Youngblood. Eli Punk, representing NRT, defeated Gigi Dolan and successfully defended the Women's World Champion with a very ballsy move on Thursday. And she now to secure her shot, or her match against Youngblood today, as it could have been Gigi Dolan, as she plays an open challenge, or really could have been anyone. But Dolan, the person who defeated one of 3 people who have defeated Youngblood, who stepped up to the plate that Dolan really wants. She's been doing everything since Undisputed Generations back last year in September to win a world champion. She came up short once again. Now with the Outcast, it's going against the Devil in a first time ever matchup. Eli Punk. No, she's in for a fight. No, she's in for a battle. These two, just like the rest of the evening. Clash of styles. Youngblood, a very heavy striker. And a smashing specialist lately ever since New Year's Bash. And Eli Punk, more of a hybrid as well. Hybrid between grappler and striker. Different hairstyle, different color. He's throwing everything away. And channeling different sides of her. She looks to try to pull up another upset tonight. As she goes against Youngblood. Defendants already picked up an upset as Niles defeated Iyo Sky, which later is still trying to scrabble here. Scramble to try and find ways to pick up a win somehow. Youngblood, as we kind of predicted, taking advantage of Eli Punk, but Punk's trying to fight back here. The Punk kick knocks Youngblood off her feet. Going for a springboard, but Niles dodges in. Not Niles, Youngblood dodges in. And wrenching that arm, picks her up and hammerlock sidewalk slam, connects cover, 1, and Punk kicks out a 1. Passes Youngblood to the ropes, ducks under. Eli Punk goes trying to leap over, but Youngblood has been all around the world through the indies and got brought in from basically obscurity from AJ Danger last year. And ever since Rise and Evil broke up, Danger turned his back against Youngblood and Alex Young. Youngblood went on to win the Women's Royal Rumble and then went on to win her first Women's World Champion, which was the Defendence World Champion, by defeating Becky Lynch at Wrestlemania. So Youngblood is used to big stages and not cracking under pressure. This is only the second or third, if you count nearest match as a big stage, is up to you. But definitely second time Eli Punk is competing on a massive stage. Correction, it's definitely her third or fourth if you count nearest match time on a massive stage, and it's the first time her massive stage debut was at WrestleMania in the Women's Money in the Bank match. She cracked under the pressure there, and she was unsuccessfully, but then she ended up winning the briefcase anyways in the nearest match, but that's beside the point. Then she went on to, at Final Showcase this year, to defeat Zoe Stark and defend the Women's World Champion. Now she's back on Undisputed Generations against probably the toughest competitor. I mean, the only one tougher than Youngblood would probably be Young Ace. But I mean, Young Ace and Young Ace and Eli Punk are both in the same brands. I mean, these two could clash at any moment. Hell, they could clash this Friday if they wanted to. But Youngblood's definitely one of the toughest stars we have on NTT. And Eli Punk definitely holding her own, except for that one time when she got tossed over the top rope by Youngblood. And the Devil connects with the double axe handle off the apron to Eli Punk. These two are going out on the outside now. Youngblood is very comfortable on the outside as we call back to New Year's Bash, where she basically killed Young Ace and kept her on the shelf for a few weeks before her qualifying match for the 100 Takeover match. As Youngblood defeated Young Ace at New Year's Bash in the last woman standing to become the second ever Undisputed Women's Champion. Eli Punk trying to get a comeback here, and she failed. And the Psychic's Nightmare connected onto Eli Punk. This could be the beginning of the end for the Outcast. And give me a little bit of Blood Money connects onto Eli Punk. Going to pick up the win for Defendants. 1, 2, and Punk kicks out at 2. She stays in it for NRT. And a knee strike to the face of the Outcast. Eli Punk gets tossed in the corner. Youngblood doing what she does best and controlling the pace of the matchup, controlling where everything goes. And Eli Punk over springboard, but missed once again. Youngblood not allowing Punk to get anything going for herself. But just to say that, Eli Punk strikes again. These two are a stalemate, and a jumping hook and Rana takes Youngblood off of feet. Eli Punk perhaps trying to get back going in this matchup. Trying to get something going with some strikes. Youngblood misses. It's tossed to the ropes. Going for a jumping clothesline. Youngblood dodges it. Picks up Punk and tosses her. The suplex. Youngblood just eyeing the corpse of Eli Punk on the canvas. Punk trying to connect with the springboard, but was unable to. Youngblood going for a springboard of her own and connects with the neckbreaker. Punk rolls to the outside, trying to find a way to weaken the Devil trying to find a way to weaken the Undisputed Women's Champion. And Youngblood is flying! And she lands right on her bottom onto the concrete as Eli Punk dodges. Dodges Youngblood. These two back at the ringside area. Punk trying to bring, she does. She brings Youngblood back to the ring for a tough matchup for Eli Punk. She is definitely holding her own against Youngblood. She lasted longer than Charlotte Flair did a few weeks ago, that's for sure. Picks her up. Switches sides with Youngblood. Like Punk tosses Youngblood to the corner. And a quick uppercut knocks Youngblood off her feet. Going for the cover. One. Almost a 2 count, but Youngblood kicks out before the 2 count. Eli Punk throwing out elbows to the shoulder of the Devil. Eli Punk trying to head to the top row. Place. She's gotten more and more comfortable with her over time. Going for the leap. And Youngblood catches her. Slams her. It's with a scoop slam. Youngblood off the middle rope and misses the drop kick. Eli Punk thinking submission perhaps, but no, she goes for the cover. Trying to snake the win over here. Over Youngblood. But Youngblood kicks out a 1. And a standing moonsault does not connect as Youngblood dodges it. These two going back and forth. And a Pele kick by the Devil. And a suplex, standard suplex connects into Eli Punk. These two back and forth, rallying. Eli Punk stays in it. Kick to the gut. And now a German suplex to Youngblood. Youngblood's in unknown territory here since the last time she was in this kind of trouble was at Honest Master, where she lost her Women's Intercontinental Champion to Gigi Dolan, and Eli Punk misses this springboard to the outside as Youngblood dodges it. And she uses the steps as a weapon the same way, almost the same way she did at New Year's Bash against Young Ace. Eli Punk tossing Youngblood around and enters back into the ring. Referee just waiting for Youngblood to enter back into the ring. Refs at a 5 count. Eli Punk trying to dodge the attacks, but she gets caught in a rapid charging strikes by Youngblood. As there's too much for Eli Punk, and she now gets another knee strike to the face. You see Eli Punk perhaps looking at towards the end. Perhaps, but she going for another springboard, she misses it. These two, just as we figured, going for the street fight hockey. Oh, the hockey street fight. I said it backwards. Going back and forth. One after another, strike after strike. No one missing a beat. It's like a heartbeat going back and forth. But Youngblood catches Eli Punk. Eli Punk comes right back and charges her in the face. These two go rallying back and forth. But Youngblood swoops under and a Pele kicks to Eli Punk from out of nowhere, calling up Eli Punk. And give me a little bit of the blood money connects onto Eli Punk. Cover. 1, 2 to pick up a win. No, Eli Punk somehow, some way stays in this thing. Youngblood, perhaps thinking the beginning of the end here. Picks her up again. Back to the corner. Perhaps thinking something avalanche, perhaps. Yes, she is. And an avalanche hurricanrana takes Eli Punk off of the top rope. But Eli Punk stays in this thing somehow, some way, going for Revolution Punk, but Youngblood dodges it and into another blood money. And this is the beginning of the end for Eli Punk. A devilish reckoning And Eli Punk stays in a bit longer than Charlotte Flair did. A retaliation, but she taps out nonetheless. And then it's just as we predicted. Youngblood picks up the win over Eli Punk and makes the score 4-0 for Defendants. Defendants perhaps looking at a clean sweep here as we head into our main event. A match that I'm predicting to be a match of the year finalist. That is between the NTT World Champion Explosive Matt Connors and the Undisputed Champion of Champion Alex Young, with the Bandit Alex Young. These two have only met one-on-one once. That was in March of last year. At that time of March of last year, Matt Connors was the skill champion, and Alex Young was the TNA Impact Champion. Impact TNA World Champion, whatever way you want to word it, he was the World Champion of TNA. A lot has happened since March of last year. Literally just a few days later from that matchup, Alex Young went on to win the Undisputed Champion of Champions by defeating Kenny Omega and AJ Styles in the same night in a triple threat or three-way ladder match to combine all of the champions, AEW World Champion, the NRT World Champion, the Impact World Champion, and the Champion of Champions into one Undisputed Champion. Matt Connors won the NTT World Champion in January, combining it with the WWE Champion and the Defendence World Champion, which he won the Defendence World Champion back at New Year's Bash. Which, this is the first time these two have met under this type of circumstance. These two kind of met inside the mixed tag match, inside at Defendance in March. It wasn't a one-on-one. It was Alex Young teaming up with Youngblood, Rising Hero versus CWO, Young Ace, and Matt Connors. This match is no one's allowed to interfere. If they interfere, they will be fired. So Alex Young has the Eccentrics now, which has Keith Oxley and Jordan Samuels. And Matt Connors has the CWO, which is AJ Danger, Gamer, and Yanez. Gamer has a long history with Alex Young. He's trying to do everything he can to be the one to knock off Alex Young, to knock him off the pedestal that Alex Young has held since April of last year. AJ Danger is basically a fault here. He's the one who created Alex Young into what he is today, the mastermind, or the bandit, as he likes to be called. And Matt Connors, for these two, have just put on clinic after clinic, and this is the second time these two met. The mixed tag match was pretty good. Basically, it ended the same way as we kind of expected. A Devil's Reckoning to Yanez. Matt Connors trying to come out of the gate here, trying to weaken Alex Young. Last time Alex Young was in a main event spot like this, where his tonight's championship was not on the line, but last time it was on the line was that final showcase where he fought against CM Punk in an Extreme Rules match, and those two went back and forth in a last man standing match, and they brought the best of each other out. Matt Connors looking to do the same tonight as he tries to bring the best out of Alex Young. And also within the time span from the first match in March last year to now, since Matt Connors won the NTT World Champion, he also got cashed in on by Sami Zayn at Forbidden Island, and ended up making that match to a three-way between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Connors. And Connors found some kind of miracle to retain the World Champion in a three-way. Matt Connors not seeing on that easily. We are very early in this get-go of this match, and neither one of them have been able to get anything going here. But Young does what he does best, in the same way that Youngblood does best, and control the tempo of the match. If it goes the way Alex Young or Youngblood has in mind, then you are screwed. Both were under the learning tree of AJ Danger, which Danger was under the learning tree of Gamer. So just a whole lineage of sorts that leads all the way back to Gamer. If Gamer ever does knock off Alex Young and take the title off of him, it's going to be kind of poetic in a way. Gamer was really the originator of this entire lineage that Alex Young decided to keep it going by recruiting Keith Austin, joining Samuels and becoming the Eccentrics. Therefore, makes the not the bloodline, but the lineage from Gamer to Danger to Connors to Young Ace to Alex Young to Youngblood, now to Samuels and Oxley. It just keeps going longer and longer, and every one of those names, except for Samuels and Oxley, because they have yet to prove themselves, have won a world champion or have been a main event factor on a show somewhere. Right, whether it's Wrestlemania, being the main event of a premium event, has played a major factor somewhere on a major code. And yet Matt Connors looking to finish this off quickly with a vertebreaker onto Alex Young. This be the end for the Bandit to finally lose a match. No. Young kicks out a one, and a big boot knocks Matt Connors off his feet. Connors brought out the vertebreaker a bit later than usual, but he brought out nonetheless. Going forward, he does best off a springboard, misses it. He connected to the suicide dive earlier. But Young, this is a much more experienced game. Matt Connors, since last time we've met, Alex Young has also gotten more experience, but it's definitely more of a jump on Matt Connors' side of things, as he went from the Midcard champion of, really, we only had one Midcard champion at the time, because the most champion was just floating around like crazy. The Skill champion was definitely a key factor on NTT. He went from that to a world champion in less than a year. He lost the champion. He lost champion several times, but he ended up winning it back at WrestleMania with the running knee to finish off Matt Connors. 1, 2, and Connors stays in this thing. Lita is just pleading the Young Ace, not the Young Ace, pleading that Alex Young does his thing that he usually does and wins matches. Because if Alex Young loses tonight and Matt Connors surprises everyone, it's going to be a clean sweep on Defenders' part. Lita definitely doesn't want a clean sweep. I know Alex Young proudly represents NRT, even though he doesn't, like a lot of the people on his brand. But he loves being a part of NRT, and he does not want a clean sweep either. And knowing that he is to go up against Matt Connors, which ever since winning the NTT World Champion, really ever since winning the Defenders World Champion back at New Year's Bash, he's been on a rampage of sorts, unable to lose a match, just picking up win after win after win. Alex Young has basically done the same ever since losing to Will Ospreay at New Year's Bash in 2023. No, sorry, 2022. Ever since losing to Will Ospreay at 2022, and then winning the Champion of Champions, the original Champion of Champions, back at Wrestle Kingdom. He's been unstoppable. He hasn't lost a match since. Hasn't lost a match since January 2023. This man has been on a rampage, same as Matt Connors. Alex Young knows a thing or two about winning matches, and for the second time tonight, that our announce table has been cleared off. Alex Young looking to implement some more damage onto the explosive one. And we get a sit-out driver onto the announce table. And Alex Young just taunting in the face of the explosive Matt Carnos, tossing him back to the ring, thinking the beginning of the end here, perhaps. A super kick. He's looking for the Youngmaker and connects with the Youngmaker. Should be a rope break, but nope, only a 1 count. Somehow, someway, Matt Carnos is staying in this thing. I don't know how he is. Honestly, he's showing why he's the world champion, showing why he deserves to be in the main event on Undisputed Generations, showing why he deserves to be in the same breath as Alex Young. Cover again. 1, small package, but Alex Young kicks out a 1. Showing the same thing there almost. Connor's looking for a flying Superman punch, and Young was looking for a running high knee, but they both miss each other considering they're both in the air. Young gets tossed to the outside. Matt Connor has taken a moment to breathe before heading to the outside as well and making the ref restart his pin, or his count, restart his count. These two, the outside, Alex Young picks him up and showing the deadlift, German suplex, connects. Aiming his striking, charging knee, the face of the explosive Matt Connors, and a drop kick or kick to the chest to knock off Young off his case. Another reversal by Connors. Connors trying to find a way to get back into this thing. Trying to find a way to get back into the thing for defendants and perhaps look for a clean sweep and knock off the Bandit off his pedestal, or at least a nudge to realize, to show Alex Young he is not unstoppable and he is not invincible. And Alex Young kind of trying to do the same as well, except trying to prove a point that NRT is not, even though NRT is the flagship brand of NTT, is yet to pick up a win tonight, which is not very good for them. And they don't have the last 5 picks in the Rumble or the first overall pick in the draft. So a lot of things are not going right for NRT. But them knocking off Connors would definitely be a big win. Connors trying to fight back, trying to stay in this. Brendan Connors, corner, chop, just shoving his boot to his throat, making it hard to breathe for Connors. Connors staying in this thing. Don't come back again. Connects with the clothesline. Misses again, but Connors gets slammed on the mat by Alex Young. Young wrenching that neck back like a screwdriver and a screw. Young thinking middle rope, but she only pulls out in high intensity matches. This one is definitely one for the ages. Black Connors goes back, trying to offer the comeback again. It gets from the second clothesline. Perhaps thinking something, but instead, Alex Young caught him with the Insiguri. One of the moves that he put out a lot in his early years. Well, really, he's only been around for 2 years, but still. You think in like a year and a half, he became the top guy on NTT. And I'm thinking suicide dive, perhaps. Connors up, Matt Connors, and goes to the suicide dive and connects on Matt Connors. Calling up Connors. He's thinking something very risky here, perhaps. Has him outside, connecting it with a suicide dive. Trying to head to the top rope, as he does. Young hardly goes to the top rope, but he connects with the elbow to the head. Back to the top rope. Thinking move, leave, and then go for the 630. Does not connect. Trying to steal Matt Connors' finisher, but it did not connect. And Matt Connors obviously knows his finisher well enough to dodge it at the perfect time and go to the 630 of his own. But Alex Young dodges that one. Young with a running knee. the beginning of the end for Connors, perhaps. 1, 2, Connors stays in it. Matt Connors showing the heart of a warrior tonight. This is definitely gladiator. Two gladiators going at it, trying to figure out who is the best of the best. Who is the best world champion in NTT? Is it Alex Young, who is the undisputed champion of champions, been undefeated since January of 2023? Or is it Matt Connors, who's been on a roll since winning the NTT World Champion / Defendance World Champion since New Year's Bash 2023? Which one's going to catch a loss? Which one is going to suffer to the other one to drop to add a 1 to the loss collection? Back to the ringside area. Alex Young is giving everything he's got to Matt Connors. Matt Connors hasn't been in this kind of trouble since Wrestlemaina of last year, where he ended up winning back the Scale Champion from JD McDonough in a TOC match, which ended up winning Match of the Year last year. So Matt Connors knows what. Matt Connors is used to being deep in the trenches, as Alex Young's not really used to it. The last match Alex Young had that was deep in the trenches was that final showcase this year in April. Him and CM Punk went to war in Extreme Rules match. So, but besides that, Alex Young is not really that used to being deep in trenches compared to Matt Connors. Matt Connors has a lot of resiliency on his side, going for the deadlift German to the pin, but Connors kicks out at 2. How is Connors staying in this thing? That's my question. Alex Young is basically tossing everything at him. And going for Nania's farewell. We haven't seen this move in a while. It connects into Matt Connors. Last time we've seen that move was in 2022. That's for the last year. He's been pulling off the running knee and the Yunmaker. So to see Nania's farewell once again is definitely a flashback to the past. Going for another super kick, double super kick, and connecting to Matt Connors. Thinking of ending it all on Matt Connors, and another running knee connects. Cover to end it all. 1, 2, and what? Matt Connors is somehow saying it's another one. No. Matt Connors seeing that one coming, reverses it, goes to the cover on Young. 1, 2, and Young kicks out at 2. Young's staying in the stand with everything he's got as well. These two have been going to war for about 15 minutes now. On another settled powerbomb. 1, 2, and Connors kicks out at 2. Alex Young must be thinking, what's it going to take? I put out Nani's farewell. I put out a Yunmaker. I give him several running knees, and nothing is keeping him away. You gotta pull out some kind of miracle to knock out Matt Connors. This guy cannot stay down for the life of him. You literally gonna have to kill him in order to pin him. And Alex Young pulls out a suicide dive once again and connects with it. Matt Connors is you could definitely say he is the breakout star of the CWO. That's for sure. Even though Damien and Danger won the match tonight, if Matt Connors wins, he is clearly the fan favorite of the two and the star of the 3 males inside the faction. But if he loses, hey, respect his own, man. He stayed at least 15 minutes with Alex Young and going for another Yunmaker to the outside. That one connects onto the concrete. Referee is getting concerned as Matt Connors. Referee might need to end this match just for the sake of Matt Connors' health. Make sure he doesn't die in this ring. And another running knee connects. And going for the cover once again. 1, 2, and Connor. Oh my God, Connor, stay down. For the sake of your future, stay down, man. Alex Young is saying enough is enough, trying to go for the submission, but Matt Connors. Why is he staying in this? Honestly, as he stays in this, then Alex Young trying to bring him to the corner. Has him in the corner, throws him up, going for some of an avalanche perhaps. Has him up and tosses him across the ring. And a modified suplex off the top rope. Going for the submission. Gauges the eyes out of Matt Connor. Same way Logan Paul did a retaliation. And the referee is waving off this match as Matt Connor fades himself to sleep through the pain. And Alex Young finally picks up a win over NRT and knocks a 1 into the loss category of Matt Connors. Alex Young remains undefeated.